Hello YouTube, this is Smash Pumpkin here coming at you guys with a video today. Today I'm going to be talking about Rescue Cat, not in current format. I know that's getting super hyped there, but there are more than one ways to use Rescue Cat, and this is one of those. So this is GOAT format, so it's 2005 and before, 2005 Nationals, and a little bit after is typically what is referred to as the GOAT format. This card is useful back there. It seems like with a more limited card pool, this card would be a lot worse and a lot fewer summoning mechanics from the extra deck, but that tends not to be the case. So I'm going to be answering what you can do with Rescue Cat, and I'll provide a sample deck list for a tournament that I played at and went 3-1. So first we have Rescue Cat. So you tribute it, you get two level 3 lore beasts. And there is an OTK in this format with this card, and also, well, previously, this card is currently banned. This card used to be banned. But 3 Last Will. So if you're not familiar, and this card has gone through infinite rules changes, but according to the tournament that I just played at, Last Will was ruled at that tournament to be setting a condition for the next time a monster is sent to the graveyard. There are other sources that have told me that you can play this before and after. That was the ruling at the time, but just for just be sure to ask. This card has gone through infinite rules changes, but what it essentially does is the next time a monster is sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon a monster from your deck with attack 1500 or less. So you tribute off cat, you get another cat through Last Will, and then 2 cats is usually an OTK, or at least is a push for a ton of damage. So the cards you get, you've got Mrs. Radiant, Gekir Panda, and Dust Wombat are the main ones. This pierces through. This has piercing damage and gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls. This gives all your Earth monsters 500 attack, and also your opponents as well. And all their wind monsters lose 400 attack. Then Dust Wombat is just a 1600 attack point monster. So with 2 activations as a cat, you can get 2 Radiants, and then a Radiant and a Wombat. And then that's 8500 damage on a clear board. Alternatively, if your opponent like activated Scapegoats, you can get a Radiant and then 3 Pandas, and then that OTKs through a Scapegoat, which is pretty neat. And the rest of the deck is just focused on getting to cat and then getting setting up ways so that you can activate cat twice in a turn. So to kind of round out most of the monsters, we have Exiled Force. This with Last Will also gets you to Rescue Cat. Sanyan, which searches up cat, and then Rat, which is the jankiest way to activate 2 cats. You attack into it, you get a cat, and then you can use cat and then normal summon cat, and then that's 2 ways to get the cat. And then Premature, which just summons it from the graveyard for 800. The rest of your monsters are 2 koalas. There are other things you can get with Rescue Cat that are not horrendous to draw, like Radiant or Dust Wombat. So these are nice. They do a lot of burn damage early in the game. And then you have Jars and Morphing Jar and Cyber Jar. This lets you see a lot of resources. You need a lot of resources to go off. And then Lily, which is a way to just punch through for a lot more damage. Also, you can get this off of Last Will, and you can get this off of Giant Rat. So, great card. To push through back row, you have Heavy Storm and Giant Treenade. Usually you wait until you have one of these before you do the Last Will cat thing. And you're just able to break through anything. Then Brain Control and Snatch Steal, just ways to get through your opponent's monsters. Pot of Greed, Graceful, dig through deck. Level limit, all the monsters you get off cat are level 3 or lower, so they can attack through this, and then they hold off your opponent while you're still putting together your combo pieces. So it's not the worst card. And then United, it's just a cheese way to deal a lot of damage. So we run it. And then we play 3 Secret Barrel, 2 Geometry, and Ring. Ring just gets through problem cards. It's your one out in the deck to Thousand Eyes, so you should side a bunch of cards to get rid of Thousand Eyes. Trio works well with Panda. It provides a lot of monsters, and they get burned whenever they die. So great card. And then Secret Barrel is another way to deal a lot of burn damage. So that is the Cat Last Will OTK deck. Um, try it out in GOAT format if you'd like. This is like a really proactive deck, whereas most of the decks in GOAT format I found to be quite passive. So you can kind of exploit your opponent thinking that they can play like a long game. Not setting a lot of like interaction, so you can just punch through, deal a lot of damage. Um, Even if you aren't able to set up this with like secret barrels and like other burn cards and other ways to push through damage, like just activating a CAD, getting like what would that be? 8 plus 21, so like 3,000 damage or whatever, or getting like two pandas and attacking through goat tokens. Like those are all like totally valid ways to play the game. And yeah, just getting your opponent dead. Um, like I said, I went 3-1. I lost to Threatening Roar from the side deck of one of my opponents. So be wary of that and plan accordingly. But for now, this is Smashing Pumpkin signing out. Take care. Bye.